So as a community, we have to be supporting these parents a lot, because they already, there's a lot of financial drain. Marriages have broken apart because, there is so much of conflict in the family that the husband and wife can't stay together. So most of the time it's the woman who has to go through this. And I often, because I started assisting Alka ma'am, in screening, whenever new parents would come, I would talk to those parents also. And then we realized that, a lot of times ma'am would tell us that, this family is breaking apart because the husband doesn't want to support the mother. And the mother is left with this deaf child. And so then she would be counseling this husband and wife, trying to bring them together. So oftentimes in the last so many years, I've heard so many mothers who have had so many emotional issues, because they're also blaming themselves, because sometimes the families are blaming, oh, it's not my family because of, because of which she's got, the child is deaf. It's coming from your family. Now, you're wasting precious time. So,
it's less awareness as well.
It's so hard, and that's one of the reasons I have been very vocal about it. Not everybody comes forward to share their stories because they're afraid to be, it's a taboo to still talk about it. And then, they're scared that people will say, oh, she's looking for pity or she's looking for fame, because I've heard that so often when I'm talking about it. Oh,
I know, you were telling me. That's sad.
Yeah, it's very hard. They don't realize the hard work that has gone into it. The sleepless nights, trying to get that one sentence, one word, even that sound like, fish. I'll give you a small example. Getting this fish. Now she can only hear E with the hearing aids. Now I have to say sh, fish, fish. Now she has to hear it many, many times in sentences, full sentences. Only then can she reproduce this. So it's not always.
Even now?
It's getting better because, it's also because the brain gets trained to it. And that's why we always talk about full sentences. Now a child, a year old or a year and a half, you are trying to first make them hear everything. Then they have to comprehend. Then they have to, produce it.
Yes.
It's a whole process which we take for granted. But for these children, it's like broken into parts, trying to replicate, bring it all out. It's very, very tough. So, you have to be prepared for a lifelong support system. Like for my daughter, she's now an IB student. I know how we have brought her so far. Amount of time, energy that we have to spend, everything revolves around her, because we want her to be a success story. She's dancing, she's learned. We were in Indonesia, she learned Bahasa. Now she's in Germany, she's learning German. She knows English, she wants to learn Bollywood, so she dances to Bollywood. Because we have trained her, I've worked that hard. It doesn't happen that you wear the hearing aid and then things will happen. So it's a lot of therapy that goes into it, all those waking hours, lot of pressure, recordings. I mean, I had forgotten what my life was. It was always about every sentence that I have spoken has to make a meaning for my daughter. And every experience has to be vocalized, put into her brain as a movie, and which has to be talked about so that this language can be imprinted. And then over the years, these experiences are, brought back constantly so that she remembers them and vocalizes. So today, from when she couldn't speak a single word to now where she gives presentations of half an hour standing in front, to now making a public speaking club at school. It's been, a journey that I take it with a lot of, humbleness in my heart. I never feel like, we've done it, because I know the struggle it is, and we're very humble that we were able to do it. We got these opportunities, we pushed ourselves much harder, and we are trying to show to other parents that you can do it. It's a lot of hard work. You can't give up on your child, because I also say this all the time, that if you give up on your child, who will take over?
Who will take over? Yeah, naturally.
So you as a parent have to first believe in your child and keep pushing, because today when they say, oh, Prisha can do anything, but do you know how much has gone behind that to be able to do that?
Naturally. And the best part is that you are sharing a lot of people are scared to share their story. Again, maybe some scared of looking like they want fame, maybe scared of being perceived as attention seeking. Maybe, people might be scared of doing that, which I feel they should just cross that hurdle and jump into the bucket of, or the world of sharing, because if you share, you motivate. So I think you're doing it. It's brilliant. You have enough on your platter, but you're still willing to share. So that's...
It's last year, in fact, when I opened up much more to even speech delay, because I'm on various groups on Facebook, and I see this therapy. They always complain, our therapy is not working. So I had over 40 mothers. I was like constantly on the phone trying to juggle between time zones. And when I told them, I would give them these are all free sessions that I've been doing. So when I would just talk to them and explain how language development happens. So they were like, most of these children were also diagnosed with, mild autism, because they're not giving eye contact. But if the child doesn't understand, they're scared to even look into your eyes because you're waiting for an answer from them. So this is one of the reasons why they don't even look at you. So I mentored so many mothers during this time, but only few hang on because it's such a lot of hard work. Now, when I get these videos being sent to me in the last 1 year, some of these children have been able to, go to normal school, and the way they're singing or they're giving eye contact, it was only possible because these mothers never gave up, just love the way I did. So it's not that we all can't do it, but we have to have this nerve of steel, and that this, we don't realize this time will go. At 18, your child will suffer, or 25, 35. How will the child has to manage a whole lifetime? You're not going to be around. They have to be independent.
Yeah.
So the whole idea has always been to tell these, waken up this fact in the mother that remember that this is your child. If you are not going to work hard, no one else will do it.
Yeah.
And so some parents who understand, they work hard. Others who deny it, then they have to see the repercussions years later.
Yeah. I'm sure.
So I'm very grateful that, you have believed in me, and Eduism has believed in me. And I always feel very grateful, because if you have these like-minded people who understand, the motive is not about, money, but about spreading awareness of, sharing the knowledge that you have, because there's so many amazing moms. I'm in various groups, and there are some amazing moms who are doing some great work.
Yeah.
But somehow, because some of the mothers don't want to work this hard. So they kind of run away, not realizing that it's such a short-term thing, but long-term, your child is going to suffer.
Absolutely. Ruchi, I'd like to know one more thing, which I've been curious about. When you say that you worked on speech when she was younger, then you would clap and then make her hear a sound. And then how did you do music? Because she dances. So how did you manage with music with her? Can you give us some examples?
Story. Yeah, that's one story. When we discovered she was deaf, for us, speech was already one, if she can speak, that's for every parent with a deaf child is okay. At least my child will speak. At least should be able to say mama. That's the first thing the mothers will come say, meko ma bulana chahiye. That's the first thing I wish. And whenever in these groups also, when they say, today my child has called ma. So that is a big, big thing. For me, I was always I love singing. I used to do, even stage singing, and, a lot of this music in Indian music always really made me very, very happy. And for me to realize that my child will not be able to sing was a very big thing. And not talk was even worse. So we started looking at that, where she was being, programmed to hear every sound, and then I would put her son. But then I said, why not try even singing? If she is hearing, let me also make her hear music. I'll try. Worst come, what will happen? It won't happen. But if she's exposed to it, let it be. So what I did was, I still remember the first time I looked for it, it was on the toilet seat because this was the time where she was not distracted. There was nothing around her except her mama was standing in the toilet. So what I would do is I would do Saregama, so sa. So I would make this facial expression to get her face to look at me, and then the ears are listening to whatever I'm singing. Sa, sa, re, ga, ma, pa. So where I was singing like this, she could see that I am like going up. That means something, so the child's brain is also trying to decipher what my mother is doing.
So this is something you learned from Alka ma'am, or this is something that your intuition told you?
My intuition told me, because see, Alka ma'am a speech therapist can only tell you so much. But now, since I'm spending time with my child, I have my own talents. I have to push myself into another direction. She can just tell you, like she would sing this, there was this, shlok, Mushika Vahan. So she taught us that you sing the Mushika Vahan. So it is about Ganpati. Now we were doing that, making her listen to it, and then she would, she would, try to get the ta-ta-ta-ta through that. But I said, if she's, she can only push that much. Beyond that, then I have to push myself. No, I cannot just wait. Oh, she told me this much and she cannot sing. I have to perceive that and just wait with that. I pushed. I said, let her do it. So very soon, she started to do this, and then I would sing this Kajarare, Kajarare. So we both would do that Kajarare, Kajarare, that song with Aishwarya Rai. I would do that. And the first thing that Mitwa, that song of Shah Rukh Khan, I still remember I would sing because there was something inside my heart that just, tugged when I sang that. And slowly she developed an ear for music. To now, when she, she made her own songs, she, she listens to music, she edits music, which, even that small one beat, she will make out because her brain has been programmed to pay attention to it. So I feel that there is everything a child can do. It's about the mother who has to push it. If you decide to do it, it will happen. But you have to believe in it and do it.
Yeah, can imagine.
And today you see she's singing, she's done Bahasa, she's sung in Bahasa, she's sung in German songs, she's singing English songs. She wants to learn Hindi someday when she has, eventually when she has time for herself, then someday she will learn Hindi as well.
That I can imagine that. I'm going